Hey YouTube, I thought I would make another video around my Armscore BBR 310. In one of my previous videos I had a comment that someone found some Para-Ordnance 13 round magazines on the internet, and I saw that, and they were actually fairly inexpensive. So I thought, hey, you know what? If 10 is good, 13 is better, right? Why not have a double stack 1911 that carries 13 rounds? So I was intrigued by the thought, so I went ahead and ordered them off the internet. They came in. They're actually labeled as pre-ban magazine, high capacity. So it came like this in the package, and in the package you have the magazine itself, and you have a collar. And I put the collar on, and I tried to fit it into my 1911. Let me get this one. So I put the collar on. I'm all right, I'm ready to go. And I put it in, and well, it doesn't look like that collar is going to do me any good there. It's stopping the magazine from going in, so I guess that collar is trash. So I stick it in, and it won't lock. It's not locking in place. So it turns out that the slot on the magazine that goes into the magazine lock on the 1911 is not quite in the right place. So I decided to try to make it fit. I had already spent the money, and I'm like, what the heck? Let's see if we can't make this work. So what I did was I took a rotary tool, and I had bought this set of bits, carving bits, double cut carbide carving bits off of Amazon, and I ended up using the rotary tool to start taking off material on the upper edge of the slot that was cut for the magazine lock. So you've got to do it just a little bit at a time. Each one might be slightly different, but as you're testing it, see if it'll lock. If it doesn't, you can take off a little bit more, and you're taking off of the upper edge of the slot. So you remove material there, and with the carbide bit, it may make the cut a little uneven. So I just have this set of small files, and what I would do is, after I took some of the material off, I would go in there with the flat file and smooth out the edge, and then after smoothing out the edge, I would check it again. Does it lock? Doesn't lock. Continue doing that same process. Take off some material with the carbide bit. After you've taken off some of the material, smooth it down a little bit with the file, and then test it again. This is what I ended up with on the first magazine that I tried. Again, I did that same process. I went in and filed it and used the carbide bit to widen that opening. And again, you got to toss out that collar. But with that opening widened up, it locks in. Right? You hit the magazine release, and it'll slide out. So you can hear it click in there. It's locked in. It's not going to slide out. That works out great. So now I have a 13 round clip in my Rock Island Armory BBR 310, so 13 plus 1. But that doesn't look very good. I really don't like the way that looks sticking out. I mean, I guess it'll do if you want the extra capacity and you don't mind the butt of the magazine sticking out the bottom of your 1911, and this is probably okay. But I didn't care for it. So since I also do some 3D printing, I decided to go on Tinkercad and design a new collar for the magazine that would fit my BBR. And this is what I came up with. So this is the collar that I created and printed on my 3D printer. I printed this out of carbon fiber, polycarbonate filament, and this just slides. It slides on pretty snug onto the magazine. So it also has a recess on the bottom, so the floor plate of the magazine kind of slides into that recess. So when you see it from the side, it actually looks pretty clean. So this magazine will slide in, lock in place, and now this is what it looks like. I put an extra finger groove for my little finger. I tied the top of the collar into the last finger groove of the Hogue grip, and I put the butt on the collar so that it matches the back end, the strap of the BBR 310. So it actually looks pretty good. It's actually very comfortable to hold. Makes it a lot easier to control. Even easier to hold than with the original 10-round magazine that has the finger extension on it. So I thought this turned out really good. It matches the gun really well. It doesn't really show that extra mag sticking out. I think it turned out really well. If any of you guys are interested, for a small fee, I could print one of these out for you if you're interested in the high capacity magazine, and I could send it out to you. So that's it. Just thought I'd share that little bit of refinement I've done further for my BBR 310. All right, thanks for watching, YouTube. Please like this video if you found the information helpful, and we'll see you next time.